Hello, I am Father Ebin. I am here today to share my vocation story. Now, many of you do know that faith or Christianity in India is apostolic in origin because it comes to south of India with St. Thomas the Apostle. But the large number of people who became Catholics took place with the missionaries like Francis Xavier, John de Brito. So my great-grandfather, whose name I know, was a Catholic. During the last holiday, I was trying to trace and ask my dad and my relatives, find out some stories. So what I know is my great-grandfather was already a Catholic. Now, I would attribute my vocation to the deep faith of my family. There was everyday Holy Rosary in the evening, and everyone was present for the Rosary, and the common night supper was only given after the Rosary. And often the Rosary was led by my dad, and when he used to recite the litany of the Blessed Virgin Mary, that has a powerful impact. The way he used to sing in a poetic way. I also enjoyed being in the church, and when I was like 12 years old, I was asked to be an altar boy in the church because our bishop was visiting our church, and that brought me closer to the church. And often I used to go with our pastor for house visits and blessings and prayers. That was a joyful moment. But my desire to become a priest was in my heart, but when I shared with my father, he was not always happy. But mom was really happy when I said that I wish to be a priest, because on Sundays when we had lunch, my mom used to ask us children, which of you want to be a priest or nun? And my sister and brother would just smile and be quiet. But I used to lift my hand. That was already in my heart, but my desire to become a priest could not be achieved because I did not do well academically. So one year I was a cowboy, grazing our cows. See, I am in Texas now. But I wrote the exam again, and my catechism teacher helped me to communicate my message with my pastor and my home. But my dad was not very happy, and I had to, in a way, do a kind of hunger strike for a week, avoiding food. And then he said to my mom, if he wants to go, let him go. But I would not go and visit him. But I would say that the moment I went to seminary, he was the first one who came frequently to see me. But that were his methods of trying to say no to me. So although dad was not initially happy, he did give me permission, and my mom was very supportive. My siblings were not very happy. But are they happy now that I am a priest? Yes, of course, they are very happy. As a priest, God has brought me a lot of good people in my life. I had good teachers in the seminary who trained me well. I had good spiritual directors, good formators. So they were all role models whom I could imitate in my seminary days. And I did undergo a training for 12 years to become a priest, because when I entered, I was just 16 years old. I had to do my high school and then go into the novitiate, 1 year of silence and prayer, and then 3 years of philosophical studies and 1 year of community experience, again another 4 years of theology and 6 months of being a deacon. So all that time I could experience, God brought always good people in my life. Now, I am really surprised that now I am completing 18 years as a priest. All this time God had been very good. He had taken me to great places, help me to meet so many people who love me as their child, their son, always happy to open their house for me and help me, pray for me. And I am really joyful that I chose this vocation, and I can feel that the hand of God is guiding me in all what I do, because my life in Rome, then again back to India to teach, and here at Prince of Peace, where I feel the joy of being a priest, where the priests are loved and supported by people. I am really honored that God put so many good people in my life, like my parents, my professors at the Gregorian, my professors at Lateran, and now at St. Thomas. God has put me so many good people. So as I am a priest, I feel that if we give something good for God, even if it is small, if you are generous, God can multiply our generosity and can make it abundance. That is my experience. I am truly honored. I am truly blessed that I am at Prince of Peace. I thank God that I am able to work with the wonderful people, Father Tom and all our staff and volunteers, parishioners, all of whom love me so much, and some of whom I am not able to remember the name. So if you ask me, am I happy to be a priest? Yes, that you can always see in my smile, because God takes care of me through His people. So I'm delighted to be a priest. And thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your notes. Thank you for your emails and text, which is always appreciative and encouraging. That always keeps me motivated to do something beautiful for God in Prince of Peace. Thank you.